So I've finished painting her, and here we are. So as you can see, I added some sort of shading in the eye sockets. I like to sometimes use colours that aren't very realistic, just to make it a bit more colourful. So I finished painting her. I've actually added a little bit of lace to her cuffs and to her bodice at the top here. Neckline, I don't know what that's called, and then small lace there, and I've also added her a little black veil as well. So that's pretty much her done, and you can just paint eyes on. I've very lightly, just so you can see, painted some little black eyes on, but I'm actually going to use these black pins for her eyes. This bit could potentially be a bit dangerous, so if you're doing this bit, then definitely do it with an adult, because it involves sticking this pin, it's a sharp pin, into the face, and then having to trim the end off with some wire cutters, which can be a little bit tricky and a bit dangerous because you don't want any sharp things pinging off or anything like that. So I'm just going to demonstrate that now. Now, because I've stuck her veil on already, it was a bit silly of me. I should have done that after I'd done the eyes, but I might have to just peel it off. Oh, and as you can see, I used a glue gun to fix bits of lace and stuff, which if you've got one, that's brilliant because it's nice and quick and easy. Be careful because obviously it's hot. But otherwise you can just use PVA, that's fine. So I'm going to put the pin in there. And it is coming out the back, and I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, the pin is actually coming out there. So I'm going to really carefully, and again, get a grown-up to do this bit for you. I'm going to snip off with some wire cutters the end, like that. And then I'm going to put it there, and then put it straight in the bin after. So I'm going to do the same again with this one. So there she is, there's her little black eyes. And now she's almost finished. So, oh, before I forget, let's put these sharp bits in the bin. Now the final thing to do is the string for the arms. So I've just got this. Well, it's actually thread. It's slightly thicker thread because I think it's like actually lace thread. But you can use any thread. Any thread is fine. Just normal white sewing thread will be fine. And so I'm going to cut off. I'm going to measure. I'm going to. Hang on. Let's see how to do this. I'm going to measure kind of from the bottom of her wrist here. So I'm going to put just about level with her hand actually, and then I'm going to see how long that is up to the top of the stick, like that. And then I'm going to do the same the other side, down to her hand, bottom of her hand. So actually you've got like a double bit of thread. This is just one long piece of thread that I've sort of folded in half. So I'm going to snip that amount off, so that I'm left with a doubled up bit of thread that's basically as long as the top of the stick down to the bottom of each hand. There we are. And then I'm just going to tie it to her wrist. Tie each end to each wrist in a double knot. Okay, so here we have her. Ooh. Okay. I'm actually just going to change the angle of my knot so that it's on top of the hand. That's better. Okay, so there she is. And so you can twist the head because the string is nicely stuck. Oh, sorry. There is one more step, and that is just to make sure the head is actually firmly stuck to this skewer, because at the moment it kind of is, because you know, it's quite tight in the hole in the head, but I'm going to make sure that it really stays in there. So I'm actually going to go and get my PVA glue again. Okay, here's my glue. I've got some of the skewer as well for spreading the glue. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm a very messy worker, sorry about that. So I'm just going to very slightly, I'm going to push the head down. No, sorry, I'm going to, so I'm going to kind of put my finger where the skewer meets the head. And then I'm just going to very gently slide it out of the head, just by about 1 centimetre or so, keeping my finger where the top of the head came to when the skewer was inside. I'm just going to put a little blob of glue on that. Just spread it a little bit, just so it's not too thick, but so it's about spread down about 1 centimetre. And then I'm going to make sure the end of the skewer goes back into the hole there. And then I'm just going to push, oh, it's not there, is it? There we are. Then I'm just going to push it back in. Okay, so that the glue on the skewer is about here, and it's just going to stick into the top of the head. What you don't want to do is get any glue on the end of the skewer here in the body hole, because that will make the stick into the body, and you won't be able to move the head without moving the body. So there we have it. She's finished. And so yeah, you control her by and so yeah, she's just controlled by holding the stick here at the top, and then holding the strings kind of on 2 of your fingers, and you can just move her hands up and down like that and twist her head, and then just make her walk like that. So thank you everyone for watching. I really can't wait to see your creations. If you'd like, if you do make a puppet like this, then please share it on the forum of the Lacemakers website, which is www.lacemakersproject.com. And yeah, it'll be really great to see any photos if you've got any, and any comments, any problems you encountered and things like that. So yeah, I really can't wait to see what you've created. And I just thought I'd quickly show you again the little, oh, he's very tangled. This is what I get for being messy. So here we have again the merchant puppet. And just because I wanted to show you a slightly different way, because obviously we made her with a dress, which is just a wraparound piece of paper. Whereas what you could do is you could, if you want to make a sort of a man puppet with a long coat on, for instance, then all I did, it was kind of made in the same way, but I just cut. I just cut straight up there, and then I folded in the pieces. So this was just going all the way straight down, and then I made a cut, and then I folded in those pieces, and I did the same at the back. So it becomes like a tailcoat. If you want to make legs, you can. It's a bit more complicated, so I'd say if you want to keep it simple, you know, make a character with a long cloak, or as I've showed you with the tailcoat. But you can, I've actually made one with legs, which is just fixed with a bit of string going into the body. And he's got 2 little legs like that, which, you know, yeah. So if you wanted one with legs, you can make it like that. So yeah, the possibilities are endless. But yeah, looking forward to see what you've created, and yeah, thank you so much.